Hi, let's talk carpentry. Yesterday we were doing our floating bookshelf. We cut, we did everything, we assembled it, sand it, and we prepared it for painting. So today we want to paint it, make it dry, and put it on the wall. So as I was putting paint, this is what we're going to use for our this method we are going to use to paint our floating shelf is spray painting. Spray painting, some they use electric spray gun. Some, like the one that I'm using, it's compressed. We use a compressor. All right. Excuse me. We use a compressor. So what I'm holding right now, this is a spray gun, a air compressed spray gun. It is used with the compressor. It has a pipe here, as you can see, that is connected to the compressor. So this one usually we use for good finish. It has its advantages and its disadvantages. But spray gun you normally used when you want to have a good finish, and sometimes it might not be a quick way than just putting a roller, because this one you can also put a roller and it might be quicker. But just because maybe you want a good finish or a certain type of finish, a finish of spray gun and a finish of a roller, it's different. Okay, so I've put my paint already inside the spray gun. We call this, if I'm not mistaken, gravity spray gun. Why is it called gravity spray gun? It's because it's using gravity to pour the paint inside this gun. So how it works, this thing, it works in the sense that air from this pipe is coming, right, and it meets the paint here. So air and paint here, they mix together. They meet, they meet here. So the moment the paint comes in, then the compressed air, because it is compressed, it has pressure, it forces the paint out, right? So if I do this, I don't know if you see it. If I do this, it means the way it's spraying, it's because the way the paint is coming out, it's because there is compressed air that is forcing out the paint. So now I've put my paint in here, but I am seeing that if I do this, it's not giving me an what do we call it, a stable spray, or maybe let's just say a constant spray, that if I trigger like this, it's not giving me that constant spray, which means either you will need to check the amount of air that is going in there, number one. Number two, you also need to check the viscosity of your paint. Okay, maybe we can say with simple English, the thickness, because sometimes the paint might be very thick, like the one that I'm using what's called enamel paint. Let me show you enamel paint, high gloss enamel paint. There you go, high gloss enamel paint. You see, so this one, as I'm seeing it, it might be very thick for the project that I want to do. It's good when you're doing with a roller, but it might be not feasible when you're doing it with a spray gun. So when you're doing it with a spray gun, what you need is a substance or a liquid that thins the paint. So I'm not a paint expert, but with the little know-how that I know that there is thinners that you need to put in here. So I took the thinners that I had in my workshop. This is the thinners that I had in my workshop, and you just put a little bit. Maybe some of you guys, you might want to know the measurements. How much should I put? To be honest, I don't know, but I just put a little bit enough until it thickens. I cannot tell you that this is 1 gram per this amount of paint, but I just measure with how I see and how I uh, 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 I see fit for the spray, for the paint, sorry. So it's sort of like a try and error until you get the right viscosity that you want. So you get a bit of shake, or if you have something to mix inside the container here, you can do that. Then you start to test again until you have a good constant spray. Like what you can see right now, we are getting there, but it's not yet there. So you also try to see with your these, you see these knobs and this one, it's also controlling the amount of air that is going into to meet the paint. So this one is for air, this one is the one that restricts how much the paint should go down in here. So with time, as you do try and error, it's also giving you uh, the kind of consistency. And also, let me just shake a little bit. As you can see, we're just getting there. Probably I just need to put a little bit of more thinness. You don't need to put a lot of thinness. Let me edge you there and warn you, more thinness, less it thickens, but it might be not sticking on where you want to put. So you just put in enough that it can be able to come out of the nozzle, of the spray gun. Because this spray gun, if you see, I don't know if you can see it, there is a nozzle here. So this nozzle has some holes, and I don't know how I can call it. So, or if the paint is too thick, it might not come out here. So this is what we are trying to solve, so that it comes out very easy. You just have a little shake. There we go. I think we are getting there. So now we just need to sort out. All right. I think we are getting there. Let's see. There we go. I'm even painting my phone here. All right. After some trial and error, just trying to figure it out, I've managed to find the thickness of the paint that I want, and the amount of, the way it's going to spray now, it's going to be consistent, and it will be giving a nice finish on our product. So if I can do this, you can see, and let me do this. That's what we want. So let's go and spray. We are done with our second coat. I think now we're just gonna leave it to dry. Since it's enamel take time to dry. Probably the container that the packaging was saying it needs 18 to plus or minus 18 hours. But we'll see as we go. So now I'm just cleaning my spray gun. Every time when you are done, don't wait for paint to get dry in these containers. You struggle either to open it, or you struggle to spray, because if there is paint inside here, it will be very difficult. So once I've done, I to wash it and put thinners as well, because thinners also cleans paint. So I've put thinners in there, then I spray paint every paint out. so that it doesn't get dry. So it is very crucial that after painting, make sure you clean before it dries. All right, our project is finished. This is how it looks. This is um, the front faced for the. Let me try to zoom out so that we can see it as a full picture, as a full item. So this is it. I think I've done what I can do, what I can see perfect for it. So yeah, it's just a simple white bookshelf. So we're just gonna wait it to dry, then we can hang it on the wall.